My name is Elif, and today I'm going to talk about the difference with package tour industries in Finland and Turkey. The reason why I chose this subject is because my homeland is Turkey, and I am currently studying in Finland, and I thought this would be interesting to look at because there are a few differences between the countries that I have noticed. So let's start. First, I want to talk a little bit about the history of Turkish tourism. In ancient times, before Turkey was Turkey as we know it now, it was already a quite popular destination because of religious activities, and because of the natural springs the destination had to offer. When it became the Ottoman Empire, especially in 1863, incoming and outgoing tourism became quite popular. Mm, Turkish people started to travel to especially Europe and Asian countries from Istanbul. And in 1890, the first hotel was opened in Istanbul called Pera Palace, and this was opened because there was a railway connection between Paris and Istanbul, so they needed more accommodation places. And currently, Turkish tourism is regulated and under control by the Ministry of Tourism. The main thing for Turkish tourists who want to go abroad, especially to European countries, is that they have to get a travel visa. They have to apply for a travel visa because countries in the European Union want a travel visa from Turkish tourists who don't have a green passport. A green passport means that you can travel to European countries without applying to a visa. Finland is part of the European Union, so they don't need to apply for visas when traveling to most countries, especially European countries. So there's a big difference there when people apply for package tours or go to travel agencies, because it's much easier in Turkey to get a travel visa if you buy a package tour to go abroad from a travel agency. So you apply throughout them. If you apply as a singular person, it can be more difficult. This is actually a Turkish stat, but I will explain it to you. The most visited foreign countries by Turkish people are listed here. The first one is Georgia, the second one is Greece, then it's Bulgaria, Italy, Germany, the US, etc. Georgia is especially popular because the country doesn't require a visa, and when you go through a travel agency to Greece, it's also you don't have to get a visa, and it's also quite easy to travel to because they are neighbor countries. So these are the most visited countries when Turkish people go abroad. And like I said earlier, they usually go abroad by buying a package tour because it's easier to apply for a visa through a travel agency that offers package tours. When we're looking at Finnish tourism, according to tourism accounts, tourism has become more important for the Finnish economy in recent years. I couldn't find any English sources about the history of Finnish travel. And in 2019, 8.2 million different leisure trips abroad have occurred, and usually these are also made by travel agencies or with packet tours because it's easier, more comfortable, and it gives assurance. But according to the Statistical Office of the European Union, in 2017, Finnish residents made almost 40 million trips with overnight stays, but 76.3% of them were domestic trips, and only 23.7% were outbound trips. The average length was also under the European Union average. So from this statistic, we can say that Finnish people, even though they don't have to apply for a visa to go to other, especially European countries, they prefer to have inbound domestic trips. From my own experience, Turkish people usually would prefer outbound trips because Turkish people in general, especially the youth, my friends, people from university, in general are very interested in foreign countries, but sometimes it can be difficult for them to apply for a visa and the costs. So they are similar when it comes to domestic travel, but the reasons for domestic travel are different. Turkish people can't go to foreign countries as easily because of visa applications. Finnish people choose to stay at home because they, first of all, enjoy Finland, Finnish nature, and they are quite responsible travelers. So they don't want to make a big carbon footprint by traveling outside of the country that much. These are the most visited foreign countries though by Finnish residents. Number one is Estonia, after that it's Spain, Sweden, Germany, Russia, the United Kingdom, Greece, Italy and Norway. It's also quite different from the places that Turkish tourists usually go to when they go abroad. This is especially because of the location of the two countries. They usually prefer to go to countries that are closer to their own home. The package tour concept in Turkey is actually quite extravagant because there are 644 all-inclusive hotels. Most of them are in Antalya, a significant amount are in Alanya, in Bodrum and in Side. With these all-inclusive package tours, a lot of Turkish people choose to stay inside of their country and go to one of these resorts. These resorts are also particularly popular among foreign tourists, but not as popular among Finnish tourists. According to statistics, only 10% of the foreign tourists are Finnish tourists annually. So the biggest difference that I noticed was that they don't have the visa problem in Finland, but they do have it in Turkey. But the similarity is that both countries choose to stay in their own country, but when they go to foreign travels to foreign countries, they usually go through a travel agency because of the comforts. These are my sources. Thank you so much for your attention. I hope you all stay safe and healthy.